Surely, somewhere nice.
The statue reaches the bottom, drops out from within you. She lifts you up.
You have the trust of your heart. I pledge my heart on
There you are. But of course, they're not blind. And now I discover you here.
Kem narrows his eye.
Paladins! Take them away. We'll... Oh, come. Oh, I'm...
Kem rolls his eye.
Enough of this.
He dismisses you with a...
You may go. But if I find you've been...
Lord Kem turns...
Oh? Speak.
His eyes narrow, his gaze sharp. The statue the bottom drop.
Get past the guards.
Perhaps Sanders may shed some light on the path of blood.
I have a feeling
A ball with teeth marks in it. Smells of dog.
The body stays there. Kem's orders.
I'm going to say the prayer 1,000,000 times more than anyone else.
I pledge myself to you, O Lucian. Please. You're not Lucian. I pledge my soul to you, O Lucian.
Shh, I'm praying. Something's gonna happen.
My life,
This
Lucian.
prayer is silly.
My tongue is tired.
I pledge my soil to you, O Lucian. Please return.
I pledge my head. No, my heart. I pledge my heart, Lucian.
My life,
Come
Lucian.
back.
I pledge my life. Please return.
I
I
pledge
pledge
my
my
head.
soul to you, O
No, my
Lucian.
heart.
Please
I
return.
pledge my heart, Lucian.
I pledge
Hello?
my soil to
Hey,
you.
have you got my ball?
Please return. I pledge my soul to you, O Lucian. Please return. I pledge my soul to you, O Lucian. Please return. I pledge my soil to you, O Lucian. Please return.
Okay, good. Smelly person threw my ball away and I couldn't go fetch. Threw it off the balcony. And Master Rahu's not here to get it back for me. Master's gone a while now. Smelly man smells a bit like you. Are you mean too? I pledge my heart, Lucian.
I pledge
Come
my
back.
soil to you, O Lucian.
My life,
Please return.
I pledge my
I pledge
life.
my soul
Yeah,
to
but
you,
Master
O Lucian.
Rahu's gone. He went away with the smelly man.
I pledge my soil to
Smelly man threw my ball away and now I'm sad. It's my ball, and I love my ball. Oh, fantastic! I didn't make no mess. I made my mess in the garden. I went to fetch the ball and did my mess, and I didn't get the ball, and I can't get back into the master's room. He smelled like the front of a flower shop and the back of a butcher's, like he was using flowers to hide the rot. And his clothes smelled of Louis. Louis's my friend.
Hello, little doggy. What a delightful snack you'd make.
My life, Lucian.
Dear
I pledge
Lucian,
my life.
I pledge my
return.
brother's life. I pledge my soil to you, O Lucian. Please return.
Have you heard? A pilgrim has walked the path of blood and lived.
I pledge my heart, Lucian. Come back.
But I don't want to be the boy woke. I'm always the boy woke.
I pledge my heart, O Lucian. Please return.
Who did this?
Who did this? I hope we did the right thing. Open your
Without Ahu, no one can bypass the path of blood, even in an emergency. Perhaps Sanders may shed some light on the path of blood.
I hope we did the right thing. Open your
A ball with teeth marks in it. Smells of dog.
Without Ahu, no one can bypass the path of blood, even in an emergency. Cam's orders.
My life, Lucian. I pledge my life. Please return.
Our shields!
Dear Lucian, I pledge my brother's
Hello?
life.
Hey, have you got my ball? Okay, good. Smelly person. Smelly man smells a bit. Friend of Master's. Smelly man threw my... Oh, fantastic! I didn't make no mess. I went to fetch them. He smelled like the...
Pledge my soil to you, O Lucian.
I pledge my
Dear
head.
Lucian,
My life, O Lucian, please return.
I'll be Lucian, and you can be the icky void woker.
I want to be the void woker. I'm always the void woker. Don't you fight me, Damien. I'm Lucian and I'll kill you.
Ahu and Zandalor finding Lucian. Lucian slaying Damien. The Great War.
I'll be Lucian,
Lucian and Damien.
the icky void woker.
The ascension of Lucian.
Our should
Always the void woker.
I pledge my life. You're wrong, Lucian. Please return.
A spillage all over the floor. For the safety of Rivellon, report all sorcerers to the nearest Magister.
mist of death! The mist of death! Can't you smell it? Ruff.
Shoot, you flea bag, shoot! Inside and out.
Every fine trinket here catches your eye. The joy of them dances within you. This is where you belong. The craft, the detail. You could spend the rest of your life here. Then your longing is crushed underfoot. In its wake, ashes fall from the ceiling. Oppressive heat presses in as a low growl rumbles against your ear.
The craft mistress is bound to the helmet. She spent countless hours here, honing her art to mastery's edge. This is where the outlaw empress found her, promising she would create armor without parallel from my bones.
Massive claws run up your spine and grip the back of your neck. With the squeeze, a sculpted rune appears in your hands.
A gift for your loyalty. Let it be a reminder that greater rewards will come when you prove yourself worthy. We shall finally meet in my eternal dream. Talk to the dreamer's spirit and order her to bring you to me.
The voice disappears, and with it the cloak of ash around you. A new presence lingers close, cold as death.
Daddy's going to fix you right up.
The puppet looks at you with what almost amounts to curiosity. You sense power from within it, a measure of source, just enough to make the plaything seem alive.
Might be my favorite. Shh! Don't tell the others. Nearly there, my darling. Then you can play with all your brothers and sisters. Nearly there, my darling. Then you can play with all your brothers and sisters. Nearly there, my darling. Then you can play with all your brothers and sisters. What's that? An intruder? You're not supposed to be here! Allow me. This way I can be sure you don't go wandering.
Alarm! Alarm!
All seems well here.
Alarm! Alarm! Intruder!
Nothing out of the ordinary. Apart from alarm, perhaps.
Alarm! Alarm! Fetch Papa!
All seems well here.
Note the blood.
Alarm! Alarm! Intruder!
Nothing out of the ordinary. A false alarm, perhaps. What are you doing here? This is private. My eye, you got lost. What are you really doing up here? You're nothing but a...
Alarm! 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 Intruder!
What are you doing here? This is private. My eye, you got lost. What are you really doing up here? Get out, and don't let me catch you here again.
Where are the children? Alarm! Alarm! Intruder! Alarm! Alarm! Intruder! Alarm! Chew, you flea bag, chew! Intruder! Naughty! Naughty! Kill! Kill!
The desk is locked tight. Instead of a keyhole, there's a gilded inlay that bears an engraving. It was all for you. Beneath this sits a framed square of blank parchment. The parchment stares back. The desk is locked tight. You take a nearby quill and dip it into an inkwell. Then you poise its tip over the framed square of parchment. The black ink turns blood red as it touches the parchment. A burst of energy shoots out from the desk and shocks you. The desk is locked tight. Instead of a key, you take a nearby quill and dip it into an inkwell. Then you poise its tip over the framed square of parchment. The black ink turns blood red as it... The desk is locked tight. You take a nearby quill and dip it into an inkwell. Then you poise its tip over the framed... The black ink turns blood... The desk is locked tight. You take a nearby quill and dip it. The black ink turns... The desk is locked. You take a nearby quill and dip it into an inkwell. Then you poise... The black ink turns... The desk is locked tight. You take a nearby quill and dip. The black ink turns... The desk is locked tight. You take a nearby quill and dip it into an inkwell. Then you poise its tip. The black ink turns...
Alarm! Fetch Papa! Alarm! Alarm!
This. I found something.
Get to it or get moving. Now that you're all done, why don't you just skedaddle on out of here?
Ruff. Get out of here, you dirty mutt! Dirty mutt. Roll up, don't be shy.
I think you might be my favorite. Shh, don't tell the others. Nearly there, my darling. Then you can play with all your brothers and sisters.
Nature was a pile of junk.
They got damaged in the fight. It'll fix up just
I've got the wares you need. You're confident. I'll give you that. For your good health.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall
Hunters,
trade.
I've got the way.
We shall talk.
How's the potion business going?
Mixed.
Very funny.
A new face. Welcome to my humble toy shop. Now, what can I do for you? I haven't had many callers of late, what with all the fuss and hubbub that's been going on outside. Myself and others, some of the finest feats of engineering ever conceived guard the remains of the divine. The Path of Blood was our masterpiece. Now I'm the last one alive, the last engineer of the cathedral and its secrets. I've retired and found a new calling, these wondrous darlings. One of my late colleagues designed them for the cathedral, little wind-up sentries to guard against intruders. Now I busy myself turning the surplus into toys. It truly feels good to spread a little joy in my twilight years. I love my work. I love the possibilities of it all. The idea of engineering something to perfection. But one aspect always fails me. People. Fallible, mortal, irrational people.
He throws an adoring glance to one of the puppets.
My darlings aren't like that. They are pure and beautiful. They don't make mistakes, and they don't question my desires. I don't need others anymore. I have something better. Source, what else? Each and every one of my darlings has a little bit of magic in them. It turns a mere toy into a friend. Oh, no, not at all. I use only the smallest sprinkle of sauce in my work. I'd hardly think a Voidwoken would set its sights on me and my darlings. I'm on good terms with the Divine Order. They know what my work entails. They've even had use for me in the past. I have nothing to fear from them. Consider me at your service. If you need anything else.
Roll up, don't be shy.
The desk is locked. You take a nearby quill and dip it. The ink is absorbed into the parchment until it vanishes. Somewhere within the desk...
What are you... My eye, you got lost. Get out, and don't let... This is your last warning. Trespass again. Allow me.
The desk is locked. You take a nearby quill, and the ink is absorbed into the parchment until it vanishes. Somewhere within the desk, a mechanism unlocks with a click.
Void woken attacks increase! Citizens warned to be alert!
I welcome newcomers and native alike. We shall friend. They got damage on the bike. It'll fix it.
Rod's Boutique, luxury goods and rarities. The dwarf's armour looks as if it weighs half a ton, yet he moves with alarming ease. You note his insignia, a snarling wolf.
Browse the shop as you please. No, eh? Well then, you need to talk to my colleague inside.
The dwarf stands straight and tall, or at least as tall as a dwarf can manage.
I'm a member of Her Majesty Queen Justinia's Royal Regiment. Special officer, rank 1 man. I'm not at liberty to discuss that, ma'am.
Through his visor, you can only see his eyes, but there's something in them that belies the steely exterior. The guard's breath catches. He squeezes his eyes shut, blinking away the pain. When he speaks, it's in a low whisper.
Please, stop talking, please. This is the wedding day of the daughter of the merchant Ross. Her Royal Highness Justinia, the breath and balm of Duna, detailed us to protect the guests.
He winces, the pain evident.
We failed. I'm told Justinia is safe. Thank the gods. Though whether she's inside after all the commotion, I can't say. I pray Ross found her a suitable hiding place. The whole kingdom could have been lost to the Voidwoken there and then. Much good it does now that they're gone. Now, the store is open. Do your business and be on your way.
You know who I am.
Should do a stock take. Maybe tidy the shelves.
Bloody Voidwoken at a wedding. If that ain't a bad omen, nothing is. I'm lucky I was posted indoors. That I'd be drawing breath now if I was in the garden. Back away from the door! Are you? Well, I've got bad news for you then. There's been a tragedy. You better be on your way. We've had enough trouble for one day.
She peers closely at you.
All right then. Apologies for the delay. You may step inside. I'll warn you though, it's no party in there. Door's open. Go. I was hired to guard a wedding. Nobody said anything about fighting monsters.
It got damaged in the fight. It'll fix it just right.
You're confident. I'll give you that. Nature provides.
Lucky I was posted indoors. That I'd be drawing breath now if I was in the garden. I'm lucky I was posted indoors. That I'd be drawing breath now if I was in the garden. Nobody said anything about fighting monsters.
Something stinks around here.
A statue of a trumpet-playing dwarf, but something about it smells off. The stone smells of granite and rosewater, but beneath the aroma, a familiar smell lingers. Death fog. And then you see it. The horn of the trumpet connects to a pipe. The pipe disappears into the dirt. The scent of death fog comes from under the ground.
So much death on such a lovely day. Foster. Time to
What is happening out here? Haven't we seen enough tragedy today?
He considers the wreckage surrounding the X-cake. Understanding dawns.
That cake, it came from the doctor, with a letter of congratulation. It was truly a magnificent sight, but the wedding was cut short before we could even slice it. Voidwoken, sabotage, bad cake. You'd think someone had it in for our little lady. It's easiest if I show you. Let me see your map.
He shakes his head and whistles as he identifies the doctor's home on your map.
If there was ever a house that was haunted, well, that's the one. They say almost no one gets in, and those who do never come out. Perhaps he feeds them cake, hmm? Few have seen his face, and no one knows his name. He corresponds only by messenger. The townspeople seldom speak of him, which is strange now that I think of it. He'll open your belly and fill it with jelly. The doctor is in, the doctor is in. He'll rip off your toes and shove them up your nose. The doctor is in, the doctor is in. Heard a kid singing that the other day. Her mother heard it too, and beat the poor tyke senseless. That was funny, I have to admit. Gotta take your entertainment where you can when you're on duty. Can't say I blame you. I don't want to appear disloyal, but as dwarfen weddings go, this one had a tad more blood than usual. A tad.
The spirit of a guard gazes around the garden sternly. Clearly, he's unaware of his demise. Curled upper lip, lightly bobbing head, unwavering gaze, there's no doubting the spirit's distaste of current circumstances. The spirit's sneer intensifies.
A job for the Queen. Now get your scabby lizard butt away from mine.